Hello. We're just gonna jump right on into it. This time, I don't even give a fuck. We're just here to do this. God damn. What even fucking time is it? Ugh, man, yeah. Hopefully we're able to actually just get this shit started and this time do everything we need to do. Let's just jump right on in. We're literally here to just do one thing and one thing only, and that's just do. Come on now. Ooh. Gotta make sure the chat's at least up so I can actually see it. Can't be having none of that horse shit play out if you're not even fucking around to hear it or see it. Ah, perfect. Alright, here we go. Even though we're pretty far into the fall season, today is a nice day out. There's a storm coming in later today with a cold front, so the temperatures outside are bearable enough to relax in. One last respite before the unforgiving cold of winter settles in. I decided to celebrate by eating lunch outside. After a good bit of prodding, Olivia joined me. Inko, it's too cold. It'll freeze my veins solid. It's 70 degrees and you already agreed. Calm down. Yeah. We stepped out of the chill air. It's like out into the chill air. Hiss. She pulls the drawstrings of her hoodie, taut, yanking it shut again. I already like this. When I try moving along, she starts dragging her tail on the ground. You secretly enjoy this. So you're secretly enjoying this, aren't you? The hoodie isn't hiding your silly little grin. There's a table by the edge of the yard. It looks pretty good. Now it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Yeah. Sitting at a picnic table in complete silence. What? Hey, yo, what are you doing over there? Inko, what you doing, you little son of a bitch? Ingenuous one-liners flow through my head like slam poetry champion. Yet I can't work up the will to say something about the wedding to her. Guess there's always later. So, Olivia. The getter lifts her head from her roast beef sandwich, staring directly at me. What's up? How about this weather? Seriously? Yeah, serious. I'm not used to coastal towns, so this is a nice change of pace. Well, it's pretty chilly. Part of why we're the only ones out here. It is pretty empty out here today. Maybe it's like a human dino thing. More acclimated to snow. Even with the hoodie, it's a lot colder than I'd like. Oh, why did you agree to come outside with me? Well, you wanted to, and you? Olivia's lips quiver a little as she tries to work out words to say. Her mouth isn't up to the task as a flush of scarlet spreads across her cheeks and makes her pouting lips glow. Hey, stop looking at me like that. I mean, where are you from then? The Midwest. The Midwest? Only loons come from the Midwest. Oh, come on, that's not true. Alright, what is it then? So what is it like then? A lot of empty promises. Nothing worth talking about. What was St. Hammond like before I showed up? Ugh, horrible. Everybody here sucked. Well, they still do, I guess, but seriously, most of the facility had a stick up their ass, and the student body was holding on for dear life. I'd do anything to get out of this place if I got to take you and Damien with me. Wow. Colorful. Olivia and I freeze at the familiar voice. Oh. Oh boy, I wonder what you're doing here, teacher. You're definitely not supposed to be here, Principal Scalar. A sound of a stone, of stone grinding on stone. It's a stone, Luigi. Echoes through the courtyard as we turn our heads towards whoever said that. Oh, she's blushing. Hold on. Oh. Oh yeah, no, she's frustrated. Oh, she ain't having that. Oh no. Oh no. I feel like I'm gonna get WWE wrestled half to death. Principal Scalar stands just as still as us. Her face is burning red, though her jaw is moving, teeth grinding exceptionally loud as she looks at Olivia. Oh no! Oh, double! No! 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 Oh, we're fucked! We're so fucked! Next to her stands a large, well-trusted, formal attire. I guess Mr. Ferris is still doing that inspection. Did he hear? What were you saying about this? What were you saying just now about student morale, Principal Scalar? He doesn't even look up from his clipboard as he begins jotting down something with a pencil. Oh, I said I had. Ever since Principal Scalar took over as our principal, things have gotten better. Olivia's words do little to make Scalar's face lessen in both color intensity and heat. Yeah, I have to say this school's way better than my old one by at least a country mile. So, Mr. Rico, would you say that your time at St. Hamlet's, that your transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable? I mean, compared to my old school, I've met good friends, have had excellent teachers and classes, and had a all-around good time. Also, the cafeteria food is great here. It actually tastes like food and not microwave reheated gruel. Mr. Phillips gives a nod and writes something else on his notepad before turning to face Olivia. What about you, Miss Olivia Halford, was it? Got any more comments regarding St. Hammond? Do be honest, if you please. Olivia shoots me a quick glance before taking a deep breath. Well, the school needs more handicap access ramps. Also, the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes I get stuck for a few minutes. Oh! Hey, you don't like that? Well, let's say, hey, look, she's being honest. She is being honest. Just fix your shit. That's it. Also, the PE teacher steals hats from the students and hoards them in the equipment shed. That's my fucking Sully. That's my fucking man. I love this motherfucker. I love Sully so much. Anyways, well, I can almost feel the heat emanating from Principal Scalar's face as soon as Olivia finishes lodging her complaints. Wouldn't want to be around. Wouldn't want to be around her after Ferris's visit is over. For his part, Mr. Ferris only nods and writes more down on his clipboard before turning back to face Scalar, who does her best to turn her grimace into some kind of a smile. Seems like there are some issues left over from the previous administration. Are you already taking care of correcting the issues Miss Halford has pointed out? Principal Scalar nervously clears her throat. I've already sent in a request to the district to have the elevator looked at by the technician. Mr. Ferris nods and writes down. Oh yeah, that's right. I gave her that voice. Fuck, what was the voice? Man, I don't want to go back and look again. I think I gave her, I think I tried to give her the same impression as like an old Chicagoan lady or something. Anyways, Mr. Ferris nods and writes something else on his clipboard before clicking his pen and stuffing it in his front suit pocket. I'll have to talk to the superintendent about the request next time. I'm at the office. What about the PE teacher Miss Olivia mentions? Oh, Miss Coach Sully! Yeah, that's the voice. Fastest way for anybody to fucking absolutely hate this shit. Ferris raises an eyebrow. Oh yeah, sorry, so it's his legal name. You know, I know. He checks his page and sighs a bit. Right. Ferris turns to face me. Well, that's enough about St. Hammond for the time being. Mr. Inko, how would you say things are going for you? Not just as a student, but as a growing adult. Honestly, at the start of the year, I have told you things weren't looking too good. But I've met some really good friends here at St. Hammond, and I feel like things will be okay for us. I can't help but look towards Olivia as I say that. She stares back as a faint expression of surprise, but it quickly melts away into a warm smile. Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. Ferris looks up at his clipboard towards us, a smirk forming from his otherwise flat face. Oh, I keep forgetting to look at his face. And again, they do the smiles so good. I love their smiles. I'm glad to hear you two are doing well. The Leviathan finishes jotting down something on his clipboard, finally turning to Principal Scalar. I think I have everything I need for the time being. So, Miss Ferris... Oh, yeah. So, Miss Ferris, Mr. Ferris. Why don't we adjourn to the faculty lounge? Of course. We can go over your future budgetary plans over a nice cup of coffee. The inspector turns away, Principal Scalar lagging behind him with a look of pure misery on her face. That poor woman has gone through so much. I feel really bad. I wish he had done this freshman year. With a huff and a frown, Olivia stabs at her lunch tray, treating her Caesar salad like a voodoo doll. Well, look on the bright side. She levels her silvery eyes at me, but remains focused on treating her salad like its namesake. Backstabbed. Yeah. Something's definitely going on here. Alright. It's senior year, and we're about halfway through. So, we only have to put up with this place for a couple more months. She lances the largest piece of chicken, twisting her spork roughly. And? Then what? Then what? I guess, I don't really have any concrete plans after school. What do you mean? You mentioned all that stuff about making a name for yourself. I mean, yeah, when I first got here, that was the goal. But honestly, I haven't considered what I was gonna do. Yeah, wasn't considering what I was going to do to get there. It's my turn to toy with my meal. You? I plan on getting an art degree. Whoa, really? Online, of course. Oh. Not like I have any other options. The only time I'm worth anything is when there's a brush in my hand. Only classes I'm really passing too. I nod my head in understanding, but she's talking about her future, but it sounds more like resignation than declaration. I at least have something, even if the plan to my goal is vague. The morose mood leaves me at a loss of words. Damn it, I was hoping to actually use the time to, I don't know. I wanted to talk to Olivia and, ask her something. Buddy, what are you trying to ask her? Ahem. Or something like that. Stupid Mr. Ferris and his workplace politics dampening the mood. The air between us is awkward as we pick at our lunch, and even after the bell rings, after the bell rings and we're focused on forced to finish eating, it's still weird. Even when I ask if Olivia would like a push to history, she just remains silent in thought. Oh, she's not even wrapping her tail around my arm anymore. Olivia's been quiet for about 5 minutes now. Even though 5 minutes isn't that long of a time, Olivia had grown so much chattier as of late, so the silence just felt a bit off-putting to me. A part of me couldn't help but wonder if it's a cold shoulder directed at me, or just remaining nerves from that last conversation. No use just thinking about it. So, penny for your thoughts, Olivia? Oh, right. Sorry, I guess I'm not here right now. What were you thinking about exactly? Olivia starts to sigh and turns her head upwards so that her eyes meet mine. I really got to thinking about what we were talking about earlier, how it seems like neither of us know what we'll be exactly doing after school's over. Oh, right, yeah, that. I hadn't really given much thought to the fact that I had essentially dropped a bombshell on both of us. Now that I really stop to think about it, though, the idea that neither of us really knows what to do after graduation is concerning. Most seniors at least have a small idea of what they'll want to do after graduation. At least, I think. Hey, a little side tangent real quick. I was in fucking high school and they dropped this bullshit on us too. And guess what? I wanted to get an art degree, and turns out that classes, they cost a shit ton of money. So I chose to get a job and work fucking middle class, or not middle class, low class bullshit. So basically fast food, and kind of go up the chain because fuck student debt. Basically, all I can really say is fuck colleges. Colleges are worthless nowadays, especially for art, because art is subjective. You can literally shit on a fucking wall and people will call that art. And that's bullshit. So much texture, so much detail, so much personality, they'll say. Let's be honest, it don't matter. Having an art degree is like pointless. If you're good at art, then people will know you by name because you'll be infamous in that regard. And again, you'll have your own reputation by then. It's the same thing with voice acting too. People will just recognize, and if they see that you have potential and they want to see more from you, then they'll take you up for namesake. That's why you have voice actors like nowadays that are just kind of, all over the place, that are just recognizable for just doing what they do, or just being comedians. It's the same thing with being like a comedian. It's all subjective. The second that you start making a name for yourself in that regard and people start recognizing your bits and stuff like that, that's all it takes. Just a little recognition, and people start like really saying that, hey, this guy's kind of a funny guy. I like this guy. Or, oh man, this person over here, this lady over here, she's really good at art, man. Or fucking anything else, really. That's why I say, like, colleges are kind of bullshit. The only time that college is, like, actually worth a shit is when you are literally going there to learn something that you kind of have to learn, or something that you kind of have to get. So, like, getting a mechanics degree, a biology degree, or any of that shit, that's, like, certified shit right there. You kind of need those so that you can actually have your foot in the door for stuff. But fucking art or creative stuff, like what they're trying to do, you don't need a degree. You just need to have you need to have concrete evidence that you're good, right? And you need to have a lot of people like back you up in that regard. So just sending your shit out all over the internet is the best way to do it. It's kind of fucking sad that's the reality of it, even though I wish it was more official, or I wish it was more specific instead of having to make you go through all the bullshit to get to it. But regardless, it's what it is. At least I think. Hell, Liz made a full chart and timeline for herself. I mean, I always figured I'd go to college, but I feel so basic, for the lack or better of a word. There should be some kind of grander plan on what to do with the next big step in life. University, a career, maybe even starting some kind of family. Those are kinds of plans that come to mind. They're all just simple platitudes at the end of the day, though. Is it even worth making plans? The more I think about it, the more likely it is that something stupid just comes out of left field and wrecks everything. Okay. I'm getting a familiar feeling. Buddy, oh buddy of mine. Stop jinxing! I know something's gonna call you, fucker. I know you're jinxing. You're fucking jinxing. You stupid motherfucker. You're super jinxing. If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans and all. Yeah, tell him your plans and all. So maybe I can... so all I can really do is live in the moment. I always hated that sort of thinking. Just to be a city duck for life to take pot shots at me. Just living pretending death can't show up and take me at any time. A fucking course! Bro, stop jinxing. You do this every time. Buddy, you did this the last time too. And guess who showed up like fucking clockwork? Mia, you stupid motherfucker. Stop jinxing. Anyways, hey, it's Olivia. Good. And friend? Olivia stiffens in her chair. Oh, hey Mia. Olivia's words are, are a hiss as she tries to face away from the crimson-scaled girl. Her hands shakily strain against the wheel of her chair, slowly turning it too. Got a couple of questions to ask you, Olivia. Would you like to humor me for a bit? Oh, what am I saying? Course you don't mind. Okay, what are you butting in for, you son of a bitch? The parasaur saunters up and, with the sway of her hips, pushes me aside as she takes Olivia's reins from me. What the hell? You're insane if you think we're going to go with you anywhere. We? She looks down to Olivia and back at me. We? He's funny. We're just going for a little girl talk. No boys allowed. Sorry. You're up for that, right, Liv? She puts her hands on her shoulder and cocks an eyebrow back at me like she knows something. So yeah, we'll be just a moment. Don't worry, that pretty little head of yours. I'm left gawking and confused as the two head off in another direction. Olivia doesn't even seem to know what to say or do either, so she just goes along with the parasaur wheeling her away. Okay. What the fuck just happened? Also, this track. What is happening right now? Hello! We're getting into the jams. These jams. God damn. Dude, these guys, they really nailed the music. This is pretty good. God damn. I almost kind of want to sit here and just jam out and eat some pizza. Honestly. A part of me wants to give chase, but the side eye that Mia sends back at me forces me to stop. I feel useless as I watch the two turn the corner. My thoughts of what I want to do, going after the pair, are betrayed by my body, still frozen by the icy glare from Mia. Damn it. I just get to class and ask what this was all about later. Ah, okay. We're very trusting. By the time I get to Prockling's history class, I'm half expecting to find Olivia already waiting for me. Some kind of remark primed and ready to be spoken to me. But instead, she isn't there. I reluctantly take my seat, tapping my foot impatiently. Even when the bell comes and goes, there's still no sign of her. Shit. I shouldn't have let Olivia go with her alone. What the hell was I thinking? I really don't want to cut class, but I can't afford anything bad to happen to her. Nope. I can't sit and do nothing. I shoot my hand up in the air, chasing Prockling to pause mid-lecture. Yes, Mr. Nito? Miss Prockley, can I please be excused? Why? Class barely started a few minutes ago. Because I... shat myself. Fuck. I'm halfway out the door already. Nice. Where'd they go? There's not a soul to be found anywhere. If I were a bitch, where would I harass somebody in secret? Shoot. Whatever's between them, I hope it isn't turning physical. I mean, she wouldn't, would she? My hands clench tighter and tighter as I focus on walking faster. Finally, something snaps out of my trance. A faint sound of squeaking metal. I heard that sound before. I turn towards the source just beyond the door of a nearby classroom. Judging by... What in the fuck kind of a word is that? Alright, fine. Alright, we're starting it off pretty early today. What's the fucking time breaker for this? 24 minutes? I'm 24 minutes in and I already don't know what the fuck that word is. Truly mind-boggling. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Alright. Let's get to it. No. Actually, kind of want the definition too, because that's malicious articles, especially the equipment needed for a particular paraphernalia. Oh! Hold on.
Paraphernalia.
Yeah, paraphernalia. Wow. Judging by the paraphernalia covering the door, I think this is the algebra room. I grab the handle and haphazardly throw the door open, praying that I'm not about to rudely interrupt a teacher for the second time today. Looks like shit. How am I? Should be happy it's done. The two heads turn to me in a mix of anger and surprise. And they're the heads of the girls I was looking for. It's a sudden three-way standoff. I was definitely not intending to be the factor in whatever this is. I really should have thought about that before barging in. Thank Raptor Jesus, she's okay. Mia and Olivia. Oh, man. What the fuck are you doing here? I should ask you two the same question. Oh, my gee. Look, Baldy, now is not the time. Don't talk to him like that. Yeah, or what? I told you not to be followed. You were there when we left. He just heard you screaming like a maniac. I've been forgetting already. Hey! Why are you two in an empty classroom yelling at each other? The two have fallen deafeningly silent, unwilling or unable to speak. I notice a piece of paper on Mia's hand. It looks like something's drawn on it. The style is different, but it's unmistakably one of Olivia's works. Mia, why do you have her drawing? The Parasaur stops blinking for a few seconds before shoving the paper in her jacket. Before I could question it any further, Olivia speaks up. Inko, why did you come here? You seemed like you were in trouble. How touching. Well, we're all in trouble now. We? Yeah, dumbass. I don't have time for this. Hot Wheels, fill them in. What's the big issue? Okay. Some new elemental shit happening here. What are we dealing with today? Olivia claws at her armrest again. She looks ready to cry. Hey, where'd all your vicious bravado go? Are you afraid to tell him? Afraid of what he'll think? Shut up! Precious. Fine, I'll say it. Mia turns to me with a malicious grin. I know about what this prick did during a yearbook art contest. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't give two shits, but then it hit me. Holy shit, she could just get away with it? Now, how crazy is that? She pauses, goading? Oh yeah, goading me to say otherwise, but I bite my tongue. Like a shark smelling blood, she starts to circle me, continuing her taunts. Then one thing leads to another, and now we're helping each other out. After all, if the school found out, it'd leave a permanent mark on her unemployed ass. What? Yours too, probably, since you're involved in all. My teeth creak painfully from the clenched jaw, and yet the blood drained from my face. I'm talking about her record, you mouth breather. Oh, I didn't even realize. He actually made a face. Damn. That's pretty much how I feel right now. Art's her big break, right? Skipping the whole rigmarole, and just as simple. Gist of it is simple. I'm never gonna get it right. I'm gonna have so much trouble reading this shit. So Olivia draws up some BS group projects for me, and some friends of mine turn them in, and I make sure the whole incident goes away. I managed to earn back some of the feeling in my consciousness. Oh yeah, well, I thought that was still her. Sorry, I managed to earn back some of the feeling in my consciousness, just long enough to defy her. But that's blackmail and cheating. That's wrong. Oh my god, that's fucking precious. Mia blinks a few times, turning to look at Olivia, then back to me, and then back to Olivia. What, are you disappointed in her now? I bet you made her pinky swear she would never do anything like that again. She leans closer to me, fox whispering. Well, sorry for breaking the news, Inko, but your friend here is a liar. Don't listen. I wouldn't be... She was threatening me. Threatening? Honey, if we were swapped, you would see my ass hanged. All I'm doing is making things better for the both of us. Not my fault you tried to get away with cheating. You'd think you would think a cripple like you would be, would have more shame than that. I watch Olivia's eyes start twitching. Mia's really starting to get to her. I can't let her keep talking to her like that. Mia, just stop it, okay? She really doesn't need this right now. Can't you both just walk away and pretend this never happened? Shit, Inko, you're good. You hear that, Olivia? Wait, but I didn't mean... Olivia is staring at me with that look of betrayal that threatens to tear my heart in two. God damn it, why can't I stop thinking for once? Mia waves me off, turning to face her target once more. I bet you'd love to walk away from this, but things just don't work out that way, do they? Oh, that's why you didn't want Inko knowing you're still a dirty cheater. Shut up! Oh, relax. It's not a big deal. No, I'm sick of this. You already admitted it. Art's my biggest break. You're only doing this because art is all I... Yeah, fuck it. You're only doing this because art is all I have. Your record is fuck. You lose nothing if we get caught. It's Tuesday for you. But me? It's all I have. You're embarrassing yourself. You know, I can't lift or run or carry or dance or fucking anything you do on a daily basis without even thinking about it. I can't ever do anything else because of these fucking legs and this fucking chair. Wow, there's a lot of fucking going on here, guys. Woo! Yeah, anyways. Why can't any of you just leave me alone? I just want to draw, for God's sake. Mia rolls her eyes and takes a step closer to Olivia. It's a nice outburst. This is a nice outburst and all, sweetie, but I really thought you were smarter than this. Olivia wipes away her eyes with her sleeve. What? Mia takes another step forward. Okay. Think, handbag. Would I really go through the trouble of making you do this junk for middling grades? If your work were crap, you wouldn't have a record to hold over you. Everyone knows you're the best artist in this place. You're just a retard. You're just a retard about it. You're just retarded, or you're just a retard about it. Oh. Olivia's mouth hangs open, but no words come out. You're the kind of idiot to let this sort of comment get to you, and so let me be. Oh God, the comment to get to you. So let me be the first to say, congratulations, Olivia. You have a fan. Anyways, Inko. Oh, crap. Distractions aside, you're in on it now, too. You don't want Olivia to starve now, would you? Her words, not mine. Say a damn word about any of this, and she's doomed. Do you understand me? I try to muster up a word of defiance, but just past Mia's stare of death, I spot Olivia's horrified expression. Hello, Baldy. Oh, she's even snapping at me. I'm waiting for your answer, Skinny. I honestly don't know what to say or do in this situation. No. Excuse me? Let me think this over with Olivia. Think this over? You dense or something? This is a simple yes or no question. You can't seriously freaking... Mia pinches the bridge of her snout and lets out a tired sigh. Fine. The two of you talk it over and reach some kind of resolution. But that don't change the fact what I said earlier, Ingo. Don't say I don't do nothing nice. But think carefully, amigo. You both got a hell of a lot more to lose than I do. Mia only gives me and Olivia one final glance before unceremoniously leaving the room. It takes me a bit to recover my thoughts. I never thought Mia would go this far. And Olivia right now? She must be... I stand up from the floor, slowly approaching the alligator. She looks like a mess. Why? Why did you have to come in here? I'm sorry. I was just so worried about what Mia could have been doing to you, and I wanted to make sure you were alright. Olivia grips her armrest. I was alright. I had it handled with Mia. But to basically be her slave, doing all of her work? Not all of it, just whatever she needed to pass. I take a seat with her. I take a seat next to her there. Oh, yeah. She threatened me that she'd go to Scalar and spill everything. And if Scalar knew that I had swapped the art, she'd know that it was with you. I couldn't let her do that, that to us. So I got desperate. I told her I'd do anything she wanted. That's how I got it mixed up with her. I let out a deep and heavy sigh. Olivia, I can understand why, but I had heard how Mia was treating you before I came in. Even when you're doing her work to save her skin, she's still treating your art, and more importantly, you, like garbage. My words ripped through the gator's fragile heart, her face contorting into a fierce snarl, even as her eyes grow wet. You're miserable. I know that. Olivia looks away from me. Her face scrunches up as tears well in her eyes. I don't know what to do. And I don't even know I could trust her to keep her word. And now that you know what's going on, Mia has a noose around both of our necks. The gravity of the situation settles in, and I feel like something in me is both frozen over and ablaze. There's only 6 months left of the semester. It's not like she's asking for something impossible. Her eyes regain some fire as she smiles. I'll just have to tough it out. Keep making art to shut her up until this whole stupid thing can blow over. She's been going through this for so long, and she still? I'm out of options, and so is she. I just blurt out the first thing that comes to my mind. Why not tell Scalar about Mia making you do this? Scalar, are you out of your mind? You saw how she handles things around here, especially with that auditor breathing down her neck. I'm trying to avoid getting caught. Right. Okay. Lindakin? For a split second, I see her mask crack, her real worry evident in those silvery eyes shaking. No. Olivia makes a show of clearing her throat. Mr. Lindakin doesn't need to hear this either. You know he'd be able to. I can do this on my own. Her balled up fists quake wildly after they slam into her armrest, and the gator girl does her best to hide her wince. I really don't think we can fix this if we're not working together. There's nothing to fix. I told you, I have it under control. Just please, Inko, I need you to trust me on this. Don't ruin this for me. I do trust you. Her voice is softening as she's been fully drained now. I can handle it, I told you. Her fist unfurls and continues shaking. I take one of her hands, ignoring her indignant sputters as I delicately cradle it in my palm. Her protests die down into a pained whine when my thumb ever so slightly presses down on a joint. All this time, you've been doing your best, Olivia. My soft words draw out even softer breath, even softer breath from her. Mia's had me drawn for her group almost daily. It must hurt a lot after so long. Maybe it does, but it's nothing I can't work through. Why can't you trust me to help you then? It's not that I don't trust you, Inko. It's that I did trust everyone else. So please stop asking about fixing me. We're fixing things. I mean, is that what this is about? Olivia's burning out at this point. She's already hurt badly. I can feel her hand still shaking. It's beyond the point that either of us alone can handle. I let go of Olivia's hand, watching as she takes back her hand and settles it against her chest. I hook a nearby chair leg with my foot and drag the seat closer. Close enough that I can sit down right next to her. Next to the baryonyx. Inko? I find that being next to her like this makes it easier for what I'm about to say. Breathe in, breathe out. Meeting her eyes once again, I speak my honest thoughts. Mr. Lindekin can help Olivia. Her teeth grind together as though contemplating mauling my face off. Please, hear me out. I want to trust you, Inko, but I'm just scared that Lindekin will hate me forever for this. He's the only one that ever made me feel like my art is worth something. I can't lose him. Look, we can get you out of this. Of course Lindekin will understand. Even go to bat for you. And if you're the one to speak up, it means you're the one getting back at Mia. She won't have power over you. I can't just give it all up like this. How can I trust you with my entire future? You have nothing to lose. I have everything. Can you trust Lindekin? Will he really just let that happen? Mia has no reason to not throw you under the bus. Does he? Oh yeah, does he? Of course not. Lindekin he's the only teacher that's never given up on me. I'm here with you too. You're not alone, Olivia. But you need to accept our help. Please. Olivia looks me in the eyes for a few seconds before sharply snapping her face downwards. Her body then begins to quiver, almost as if she's trembling with a mixture of cold and fear. Olivia? I get up from my chair and reach out to grasp her shoulder and try to confront her somewhat. It's okay, I'm here for you. Olivia is shaking lessens, giving me hope that my words are starting to reach her. But not 2 seconds after those thoughts cross my mind, Olivia's shaking resumes once again. The shaking followed up by sniffling, at which point I noticed tears rolling down Olivia's snout and falling right into her lap. Before I can finish my words, Olivia lunges forward and wraps her arms around my abdomen, bringing me forward and burying her face into my stomach. At which point she begins to let out what I can only describe as a pain-filled wail. At first, I'm left utterly frozen in place, hands raised and eyes widened. Nothing in my life has ever prepared me for this situation such as this. No, Inko. I know what to do. I place my other hand on Olivia's other shoulder and slowly take a single knee, bringing me to eye level with her. Oh. Then, without saying a word, I tighten my embrace, allowing her arms to wrap around my neck as I wrap my arms around hers. My waist is pulled closer by her boa-like tail that's become a impromptu belt harness, harnessing me to the gator girl. There is a distinct thumping on my chest, rhythmic and relaxing. A realization that it's her heart sets my face ablaze, but also brings a smile to my lips. I close my eyes and let myself become lost in the warmth of Olivia's embrace. Holy fuck knuckles! Holy shit! God damn!
What in the fuck have we gotten ourselves into? Holy shit.
When we break apart, I check on our time limit. My phone says there's still 20 minutes before school's out. Hopefully Lindekin has a free period right now. You ready? Olivia gives a small nod. I get up and start towards the door. The door held open with the back of my shoe. I look back at her. As Olivia wheels over, she grunts with each push. Oh crap, I'm an idiot. Once she reaches me, Olivia gives me a very meaningful look. though I don't really get its Though I don't get its intent till her tail wraps itself around my wrist. Oh, right. Taking Olivia's reins for her, I start towards the art teacher's room in companionable silence. There it is. There it is. Man, I can't wait to go home and relax. Maybe open a bag of chips. Olivia's tremoring has fallen to a 2 on the Richter scale, so that's nice. She's seen enough Mia to last a while. Then again, so have I. She'll probably kill us if she saw us sneaking up. Stop jinxing it! Stop jinxing it! Fuck off! Why do you keep jinxing it? We're near the end of the hall. It's nearly over. It's the first bit of quiet that we get. Just the sound of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Olivia gripping my wrist pretty hard. I guess she's still pretty tense. Say, maybe there's a massage place around here. Oh, I didn't get to finish that. That'd be pretty nice too. Sorry, right now. Oh god, that'd be pretty nice right now. Wait a second. Just the sound of Olivia and I walking through the halls? Something ancient awakens in me. A icy chill races down my spine as if there's a knife poised just behind my back. The Gator Girl tenses, head stiff and turning. Her pupils slowly shift to mine, and their contraction to pinpoints bring attention to the danger. My ancestral instincts are waiting for me right behind me. Hey guys. all I'm getting right now is Omae wa shinderu. Nani? Sup? You two trying to run a fucking what the hell? Oh yeah, so she didn't even get to finish. You two trying to run a fight or flight. Reflexes kick in. Zero thought in my head. My body chooses to just book it. Oh, you dummy! Oh, you dumbass! Oh no! Oh no! Book it! Book it, dumbass! Run! Wham! For a moment, I wonder if the deafening noise of the metal doors being hit is from Mia punching it in rage, or accidentally slamming into it, chasing after us. When I catch you, I will eviscerate. Yeah, I will eviscerate you with every last thing you love. Fuck! The elevator finally begins its descent downwards. I exhale deeply. Olivia gasps for breath. Oh, yay. This bitch is a fucking goddamn psychopath. Fuck is her deal? My arm stings from Olivia's razor grip. Good thing I have a jacket. Her claws have shredded the sleeve. I think it may have even drawn blood. I shake my arm a bit, and Olivia retracts her hands apologetically. Sorry. Oh, God, are you okay? No, I am not. What happens when we reach the bottom? Mia will be waiting for us? Olivia removes the key from its slot. It won't open. Just don't make any noise. The elevator reaches the bottom. Just as Olivia said, without the key, the outmoded chamber simply powers down. Silence. There's a small gap under the door letting light in. There's nobody there. We sit in the dark. Empty cabin for what it feels like minutes. I'm pressed close to Olivia while we wait it out. I can feel her tail wrap around my ankle, which thankfully won't rip my clothes apart. The phase 7 minutes in heaven surfaces in my mind as is buried immediately. It's a bit warm in here. Shush. Heavy, rapid footsteps zone in on us, accompanied by the sound of ripping paper. Mia's destroying everything on the walls. You fuckers had better still be in there! If you cowards run away, so help me, Raptor Jesus! She's right in front of the door. I hear her heavy breathing and soft thuds as she attempts to put her ear to the door a few times. I try to stay silent as possible, but I'm afraid that the homicidal parasaur can still hear my heart hammering in my chest in pants crapping horror. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Mia, with no intention to vent her frustrations verbally, resorts to the next best thing. Physical therapy. We're surrounded by the noise, by the sounds of ripping paper, dented lockers, and drywall fracturing. On occasion, something hits the elevator door again. Olivia and I don't dare move. I hear other voices. Mia's drawn attention to herself. Who the fuck are you looking at? Do you want one less horn? Find someone quick. I fucking swear, I've had it with that fucking luggage case on wheels. Good luck painting when you're eating through a straw, bitchless. Oh my god, crock a cunt. Oh my god. Jesus. Olivia takes a short breath. Silence. What was that sound? It sounds like a series of sharp cracks. Hey, whoa, hey, it's all cool. It's not what it looks like. It's, rapid footsteps echo down the hall. Is she gone? What the fuck could have scared Mia like that? There's a light knocking on the elevator door. Hey, anyone in there? He sounds exhausted, but it's definitely Lindekin. By now, my eyes have adjusted to the light. Olivia's relief is palpable and shared. Did Lindekin just save our asses? Did he just save our fucking ass? Yo! Told you to trust his ass! God damn! Olivia's relief is palpable and shared, my body finally relaxing and practically melting against the wall of the tiny elevator. We're going to have to tell Lindekin. It's safe to come out. It's all clear. Well, it looks like a stick of dynamite went off here, but otherwise it's fine. I look at Olivia, who stares at the key in her hand. She moves to unlock the elevator, but hesitates. I think our teacher's able to sense it, since his tired voice carries the weight of his worry. Everything will be okay, I promise. But she doesn't put it in. She just stares. You don't know that. Olivia whispers softly. I can barely make it out. God, please. Putting the key in and opening up means telling Lindekin everything. There's no way Mia's letting this slide. Nothing's a safe bet. Nothing can be said for sure. She can't do nothing, but she can't do anything either. She looks to me as if I'd have an answer. The key is offered to me. Delicate hand between the two of her claws. Ooh. Well, I'm going to say this right now. I don't know which option would be the best, but if it were me, I would take the key and I would tell Lindekin. But I also don't know if not taking the key will make her do it. It looks like she's not prepared to handle it, and I don't think she's going to do it, but I know for a fact I wanted to, and I think we should do it. So, I'm going to do it. Alright, let's get this over with. We've gotten this far. Time to end it. I've had about enough of all of this stress. Hold on, can we actually... It's such a weird thing. Can we actually... Oh, we can actually just go back. I wonder if not taking the key... Would not taking the key... We are trying to get the best ending, so let's just see what not taking the key would do. So apparently not taking the key lets Olivia score, but the other one doesn't. Okay, this is such a weird thing. So if I took the key, nothing happens. But if I don't take the key, Olivia does it. This is still kind of safe scumming. And I did say I wouldn't do that. But too bad this isn't that, because guess what? I don't care. We already failed, so I guess we're fucked. This is sort of weird. Why would not taking the key result in that option? And this is just the score. We're trying to get the best score. Ugh. Is this like us trying to like push Olivia? Be like, this is your choice. Like, I'm just here to follow. Man, I don't know. But I guess that's the choice. Why would that elicit that option? I'm kind of scared to see what that does. So far, the only thing I can tell you right now is not taking a path, like a pointed path. That isn't the worst thing. So I don't think that would lead to a bad option. So why don't we just, yeah, let's just stick to our option here. Let's not take the key. That'll get me the point. I don't know if not taking the point will lead to more points later down the road, or if taking the point and then not taking any points later down the road would be better. I don't know which is which. That's the thing I'm kind of scared of at this moment. Is it worth it? That's the real question. Then again, we also kind of have to help her out here. I don't necessarily know 100%. But I can tell you right now that with the way that this whole thing is going, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. Man. Kind of scared. I don't, man. Okay, I'm really thinking about it right now. I don't know if it's going to be one of those situations, because think about it. This was just like that last situation with the Ben story thing. You know there's nothing else happening, but think about it for a second, because they have paths that do eventually show up like down the road. But I can't be for certain. Should I just trust in my instincts here and just go with the don't take the key? You know what? Let's just not take the key. Yeah, let's just not take the key. Give her the point, and then like we're just going to sit here and let shit play out. That's the best that I could do. Even with the darkened sense of my shades, I can make out her moon silver eyes filled with all worries of this past month. Worries she'd endure because of our friendship. And possibly more. Inko. Her fingers curl softly, pushing the key back into her palm. My lips move, but no sound comes out. You'll understand, Olivia. Either from my unspoken words or my comfortable grip, Olivia is able to gather her courage. She got that smile. She got that fire in her. Hey! We share a simple nod, and her hand finally moves to the panel. With the key inserted and twisted, the dark room shudders briefly before the metal doors finally start to slide open. We are greeted by the sight of our teacher, looking very haggard. His brow slick with sweat, and holding onto some strange black rod. Olivia reels back at the sight of the odd baton. Thanks for saving us, Mr. Lindekin. Don't thank me just yet. I'm gonna need an explanation for all of this. So is Principal Scalar, for that matter. Oh, he's pissed. He steps aside and motions us out of the elevator with a wave of his broad stick. Come along now. Give the janitor some time to take care of the mess. Holy shit, it looks like Mia tried to destroy everything with her reach in the hallway. On the ceiling, a pipe was leaking water intended for fountains and toilets. A group of dinos in overalls round the corner, looking absolutely pissed. Our teacher waves them and begins escorting us to his room. All of the adrenaline has faded now. I can feel the acute pain in my arm. Olivia's hand reaches back behind her head to the arm she had grabbed, and her fingers delicately loop around the spot. She looks back, her mouth shut tight, but her sympathetic eyes telling me she's sorry. I nod back in a comforting smile. She says, "Sure it hurt, but I know she didn't mean it." We look forward again to the door to Lindigan's classroom. Olivia sighed and resigned herself to explaining everything to our teacher. Okay. Olivia looked ready to collapse. She had taken a better part of an hour explaining Mia's extortion in full detail to Mr. Lindigan. I grab Olivia's canteen and hand it to her. She greedily chugs the entire thing, gasping after rubbing her sore throat. It was hard to get a read on what our teacher was thinking. His brow was furrowed, his fingers steepled? Is it stippled or is it steepled? It's a very cute little word we have here today. And here we have the funny little word. Don't mind me while I go ahead and Google search because I'm a lazy cuck and can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to look it up pronunciation-wise. Let's take a look. Steepled. Wow. I truly am a fucking dumbass. Congratulations, guys. We figured it out. Alright. His brow was furrowed, his fingers steepled, and he was muttering to himself. Finally, with a deep sigh, you don't get to skip ahead, fucking... Come on now. He stands from his desk and looks at the exhausted girl. I had a feeling something was going on, but to this extent, you should come forward sooner. I know, but we're here now, aren't we? Fair point. Still, I'm concerned that you thought nobody would notice. I didn't think anybody would care to look. Those assignments go through dozens of eyes, you know. What do you mean? Your style, Olivia. I saw it from a mile away, and I was just waiting for you two to talk to me. You knew? Why didn't you say anything? I wanted it to come from you. Don't worry, I'm not going to lecture you. Raptor Jesus knows you've had enough of that already. You two did well for yourselves, though I'm proud of that. All we did was run away from Mia. Mr. Lindigan sighs, but not long after, he gently smiles at us. What matters is that you two found strength in each other and reached out for help. With what we have on Mia now, we can justifully watch her like a hawk from here on. Anybody else she was harassing ought to thank you. Are you sure she's actually going to get in trouble for this? At this point, we'd look bad if we didn't punish Mia for this kind of behavior. Oh yeah, that's a relief. Come on, you two can hunker here until school clears out. You sure? You were going to stay after like that, like always anyways, right? Yeah? A loud noise makes me stumble on the floor. Mr. Lindigan! Whoops! Lindigan looks at the device in his hands. Is that a taser? There's a piece of tape on it with something written on it. As Trustus Protocol? Anyway, I'm gonna run and get some things done. They're gonna want my account on paper pretty soon. May as well knock it out of the way. With no care at all, Mr. Linnigan chucks the electric weapon into his desk before turning to his doorway. Don't burn the place down, all right? Did you just fucking tase me? You fucking dick. Fuck you, you fucking dick. Always naysaying. Alone, I go sit near the back of the classroom. Looking out the window, I finally let out a huge sigh I've been holding in. Olivia rolls over to join me, and surprisingly, she's smiling. You were right, Inko. I could trust him. We sit in silence, just looking out the window. When school's let out, we watch the crowd of students going home. I don't see Mia in the crowd, but that doesn't matter. I think despite it all, Olivia's life is going to be just a bit easier after today. While students trickle out of the school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. I figured it'd be the best to let her rest. I saw her drooping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute, just napping idly in her wheelchair. Except for the weird bellowing. It was like a snore, except I could feel the vibrating through the floor. With the cloud hiding in the sun and the classroom's light turned off, I could do with some shut-eye too. But I can't bring my eyes closed. Instead, I look out the window. A layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Ooh! I'm kind of feeling the crazy attack of the yawns, as they say. Anyways, light raindrops prick against the glass. Crap, I really should have brought up my umbrella. As a few minutes go by, they roll in closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd think this was pretty neat. I look back at her. Maybe I could nap too, just a little. What was that? Oh. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly! The trees outside are bellowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. Okay. I was thinking about it for a while. That kind of got my brain racking there. But yeah, an umbrella wouldn't help with this. Huh. What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours? The classroom's door is thrust open quickly. Mr. Linnigan is back, panting. Oh my god, that expression. Whew! That man. This man! I like this man. Linnigan is back, panting hard and clothes drenched. He takes our moment of surprise to compose himself as best as he can. Ahem! Sorry about that. The facility is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently, there is a monsoon scare right now. Monsoon? Does that happen here? Linnigan gestures to his drenched outfit and out of the window as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. Are we going to be all right? Oh, of course. Schools are designated shelters for the worst disasters. If anything, you're safer here than at home. But the hallway outside is open, isn't it? I just finished putting the cover up. A cover? Just keep close to the wall, yeah. What do we do now? Linnigan shakes his phone at us. Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours. Olivia reaches into her bag and pulls out her drawing book and a well-used pencil. Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? Now there's them jams. I'm sure you have some work for other classes still pending, and I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now. But today's been rough. Can't I do this to finish my nap instead? That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes? maybe. Lindekin is more of a father figure to Olivia than I could have ever have imagined. And even then, I feel for this man too. I like this man. Ugh, fine. I'll catch up with some of that work. Lindekin gives a single nod and smile. Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky. Oh god. Whew. We're already starting to yawn. But hey, we're getting awfully close. Mathematic books, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebooks. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She's constantly fidgeting. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. Okay. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut. Ugh, this sucks! Can I please do something else? Lindekin, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin. Well, there is some other thing you could help out with. Would need both of your help with it. Could even consider it a new extra assignment. What do you say? I don't know. Today's been pretty rough on Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it. Oh, all right. Wonderful. It's back here. He starts walking to the back of the room and waves for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room? Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few... That must have been that must have been quite the truck. I could fucking hear that. Jesus, and feel that. Man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything until... we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester. Are we gonna be getting a head start in this section? Maybe we'll be making prints and learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Quit it with this... quit it with this... with the cinematic gate. You're going too slow. Oops. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Lindekin holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson light. Lindekin's suit appears to light up in the red lights, and does my shirt. I've only actually been in a dark room once before. This is so cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing? We? This is an important job just for you. Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing? Your lower back. He clicks the switch and the red lights. So it is! We've been guessing this entire time that it was a fucking dark room. Nah, it's a storage closet. The red lights are switching to normal lights and promptly illuminating the room. There's boxes over there. We need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course, legally, I can't make you do any of this. Do I at least get extra credit? You get one of the bags of chips I keep hidden in my desk. Fine. Nice. Come on, Olivia. We should clear the way for him. There actually is something in the box we'll need in a bit. The two move back to the entrance, and I'm faced with the myriad boxes I'll have to carry. The myriad of boxes. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized. Like, you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy could they? Ugh! Thud. Lift with your knees and go. This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia and she already has her phone out and pointed my way. Damn it! I shift my legs and try again. I actually managed to get this thing off the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. Yeah! Dude, he's got the eyes. What are these loaded with? Bricks? Something like that. Careful, they're fragile. Finally, I get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. Though, to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all of that from the beginning of the year. I guess I'm getting stronger. Lindekin walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox. Oh good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. That looked tough. I'd rather stay here. Olivia showed up at the doorway behind Lindekin. I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly. What dolly? What a genius. Oh, you fucking prick. Before you get started with me, Eco, you didn't ask. Oh. My new favorite face. My new favorite face. I love this smug bastard's face. For the love of... I hate you. That's the spirit. Olivia stifles her laughter into a slicker snort fest. Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying. Oh. He grabs a box cutter from the shelf and slices the top of the open... the top of the open one. Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh, sweet. So that means that you'll be making your own prints for midterms. That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to. But before any of that, this needs to be assembled. The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia's gotten curious as she rolled up to the station and handed one of the funnier looking pieces. Anywho, here you two go. Wait, two? Yes, two. Don't think I didn't notice you were watching Eco so much. The world's greatest wingman! Oh! The stammered denial of Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin away from the teacher's face. But what about you, Mr. Lindekin? I'll be right back. He makes his way to the door again. Oh, he's got a very serious face now. Getting started without me. Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things. Before either Olivia or I could speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open on her lap. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Whew. Okay, so... thunk. Step 1. Hand me the next piece. Oh, did I scare you? Yes, you scared me. These things are heavy. That if you dropped that one on something, I didn't though. But you could have, and I didn't. Olivia's tail reaches for some bracket, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on. We gotta do things right, or the enlarger might not work again. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun. It's just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. You're a gross oversimplification. Well. Alright, we ain't arguing there. Lindekin's gonna make you use the other one you break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, it'd mean you can't participate and learn about photography. Photography's your thing, so it doesn't really apply to me much, does it? Well, maybe that's the case for you, but photography's my thing. It's a whole reason I took this class after all. Oh, sorry. It's nothing. Olivia politely rests her hands on her lap. Her eyes linger on the box of parts. Well, how does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing and all the when it's all digital today, right? Huh? I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of Sorry, I've had lots of of mid-shower rehearsal explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time can evoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know? I am ill-prepared for Olivia's comeback. Hold on. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You could express all kinds of things you could never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw with the imager and a metallic ping echoing in the small room. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision. She smirks at my... What the hell? Petulant comment? Petulant comment? I don't know, whatever. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this takes skill. I hold a light portion up, making sure that it's at the right angle, and fastens the last portion of the larger end. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me in confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red light again. Oh. Nice. Going back to our workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier is in place of the machine, and a blurry gray blob is projected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the mirror under the light to the side of the blob, checking which knob is which, and slowly turning them again. As the lenses and bellows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes a spinning image of the school's front entrance. I could even do this. I take out the negatives and place another atop it before slotting the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with a half-dozen semi-transparent students in the front of it. What did you do? I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. So, what would it say? That would take me a few minutes to do, tops. It'll look a lot better too. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her empathy. Feigning her empathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Lindekin's lectures about negatives. What else can you do with those things? I don't know, but what's that smell? Oh shit! I pull out the negative carriers and wince at how hot it is. Crap, shit. Olivia is quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open up the carrier and see that I've managed to melt the two negatives together. Oh man, I was gonna use that. All that work. I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Olivia is never gonna let me live this down. The Green Gator lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, you know. She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them. And you've got more shots on this thing? But I like those shots. Then go retake them. It's not that easy. Like, it has to be the exact same time, weather, and... Oh. Lighting? In abrupt darkness, coincides with the vague ambient sounds of the ventilation shuddering to a halt. The blackness is all encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inko? Her voice helps me confirm that we're still alive in some fashion, but there's a shakiness in her tone which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we've been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here. I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her snout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarged baser. Say the enlarger base. But, yeah, guess the school lost power? I feel something covering my hand. And then squeeze. Painfully. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, sorry. The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limbs in my hand, but then I brush my thumb across the limbs eases. Hey, stop that. Stop what? Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hand. I shrug. And then want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. We should go find... Wham! Olivia! Inko! Yeah, we're both screaming like bitches. My instincts kick in. I hop back to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them. I become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head and make sure she's 100% protected. Hey, it's me, Mr. Lindekin. It took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is, I look up to the shiny white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh. Get off of me, you git. Oof. Look, I'm not paying you to get freakish in the closet. That's what, that's what, that's what Trigums class is for. You're not paying, we're not frisk. Yeah, okay, no, that's basically that. The two at the same time. Mr. Lindigan holds up a pale hand, his grin widening. Relax, I was just joking around. He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight. Power's out for the whole block, and apparently our backup generator is decades old and is only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can't wait. Come on, we can't wait it out in the studio. Olivia follows me out into the main classroom as we trail slowly to Mr. Lindekin's wake. The slow sounds of his gait sets a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Whoa, it's really coming down outside. Think it'll flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classroom used to have carpet, you know. Lindekin starts pulling something out from his desk, but it's too dark to see what. Ugh, don't remind me. That junk just sucked away half a year's funding. You ever try teaching people about watercolors without the freaking watercolors? It was ridiculous. I remember you were the most upset. All right. He sets some tiny tea lights down on one of his desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Won't those trigger the fire alarms? We should be fine. They're too small by themselves. What are those for? We've been saving them for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not make a camp out? Camping? I like the sound of that. Whew. Won't we get in trouble, though? It'll just be trespassing, right? It's either this or try to get home in the storm. As if to illustrate his point, the weather decides to chime in. All right, God, I get it. Besides, schools are usually made for sheltering in mind. There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everybody to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cots. Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced? Our budget has been in the red for years, Miss Halford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now with the whole audit business. Anyway, we're the only ones left on campus, so I'm not gonna go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I've already called a taxi for the both of you. Taxi? I made the call as soon as the power went out. It's just gonna be a while to get one ready and send it out. That'll do. So, what will we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin. You're not done with that homework, right? Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Time and the storm carry. Time and the storm carry on. Yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her. But soon enough, Mr. Lindikin starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters. You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his hat right off. Tried to take his hat right off of his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for ruining your I still owe you for ruining your coat last year. Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway. You too? The eerie ambience of the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Lindikin slumps downwards in his chair. Ugh, long day today. He glances out the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rainwater outside. Normally, I'm home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here? Ah, go ahead. Thanks. He stretches behind him, crackling his spine against the groove of his chair. Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I noticed you've been a bit more friendly recently. Huh? You think so? You've been in my class all 4 years. Of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in an adult world, you'll see all of this in time. Yeah, you'll see this all the time. Yeah. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Once someone's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until the days bend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like, they got all the time in the world. So, I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia. Oh, Mr. Lindikin, I mean, don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inko. Me? It's no problem, Mr. Lindikin. Come on, school hours are over. You just dropped the mister. I mean, it's not something I'd be thanking me for, is it? Or I'm just her friend. That is great to hear, though. You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep company can really help. He can? More than you could imagine. Lindikin leans forward and places a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit! Olivia? Are you alright? Ow, I'm fine. It's just hurt. I was fine before, though. You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Was it that bad? It was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys. The print enlargers? He covers his eyes with one hand. Of course, great move. Student's been overworking herself, and I think to give extra physical work. What am I doing? It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry. I had no idea how bad it was. He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it, and being careful not to cause any pain. You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself. I know. you were doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad? It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignment on top of my own for the last 3 weeks, basically all of my free time. It's great practice, at least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her winces as her teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it. I would never would have made it to graduation, all because of that painting you switched. He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia. No, it goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into art would, and it went how it did. Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching the finger out and in slowly and carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another. You and that painting. The teacher's palms his face and groans into it. It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you that so many times. She locks up, but manages a small nod. What a horrible chain of events. I've had to witness it all these years. Watched as it's taken your friends, your self-worth. That little smile you had when you first came into my class, and now it's ruining your health. He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again. And I really just sat here and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they have more than they have. Lindekin, are you alright? I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words, just do it. Please. I nod. Ooh. What are we about to get ourselves into, boys? What are you going to show us? He stops at the door. Something you should have seen a long time ago. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallway as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself had used her arms to tuck her legs up onto her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Lindekin didn't seem to care, each of his steps splashing water around and soaking his slacks. The drains of the floor are working overtime. Holy shit, okay. We have to finish this. We have to finish this day. I feel like there's so much happening in this chapter. Overworking, keeping the water at a minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium. The interior of the school, pitch black from the lack of lighting. At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty. Olivia brought out her phone using its flash as a light to shine her way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelching of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. And it was then I realized that Lindekin had left us behind. Mr. Lindekin? Her voice bounces down the dark halls of the school. Did you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I could just make out Olivia's hand pointing, thanks to her phone, towards the school's offices? I keep pushing Olivia, though taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. Oh my goodness, we have to finish this. Okay, we are finishing this. We have to finish this. Like, come on. It's slow going between the eerie darkness. What time is it? Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, we have to finish this. Between the eerie darkness and the slow steps that should have taken us a minute at most, takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Well, we're here. The storm rages against the glass ceiling that's normally the sound of the halls. Natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon. And there's still no sign of Lindekin. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too. in the hopes to improve the situation. I can hear something else aside from us in the rain. Something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance. With the sound. A tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with an odd tapping. Until... Whoa. What the fuck? What the fuck? But fucking excuse me? Dude's got a fire axe. Holy shit bucket. I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. Lindekin is such a badass. He wouldn't even hurt us. Lindekin, what are you doing? Something is kicked aside. It's Olivia's painting from the art contest a few weeks back. It smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case. These are the ones, yeah? What? I'm ignored. Lindekin staring right at Olivia. She's so struck, fearful. But she nods. Lindekin takes a deep breath and faces the display. What are you gonna do with that? Lindekin. Hey. Lindekin, wait. This is a bit extreme, isn't it? Oh. Holy shit. You can hear the rain. Holy shit. What the fuck prompted that? Fuck. Olivia. It's gone. Both of them. This should have been done long ago. Yeah. Lindekin, this is... It's crazy. I know. What about the other things in the case? It's like, who fucking cares? Thank God! I've never heard him cuss before. But when he does it, does it feel good. Those students graduated ages ago. Oh, yeah. You know how many still do art? None. If they're collateral so someone can... If they're collateral so someone else can, fine by me. But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you? She shakes her head. It's a shame. Look what I just did. Can make another. Yes, that's what I need to hear. You make me so proud to hear that. Do you remember? In sophomore year, when you challenged me to think of something I wanted to do and set a goal just to do it. Of course. I couldn't think of anything back then. But there has been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. And like you said, some company could really help. Olivia grips my hand just a little tighter. Promise not to laugh? Never.
Would you mind asking me again, Lindakin? Sure. I believe it was... If you could leave right now and go do anything you wanted, what would you want to do? Anything at all. Yep. I want to go see a fountain and paint it for you. Fucking brilliant. There's a fountain here? There's a park. There's a park not too far from here, and you could barely see the fountain in the center of it from the window. Can I just say something real quick before we continue? Holy fuck. I am so glad I played this. Linda Kid is one of the fucking coolest goddamn teachers. Mother of absolute fucking god and a half. This man literally went to bat in hell. God, does this feel good. God, does this feel good. You can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there. I think I know of it. The one in Stig Equestrian Park? That's wonderful, Olivia. Then he stumbles a bit. I rush to give him a shoulder, some shards of glass crunching under my feet. Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything. Won't you get in trouble for this? I'm always in trouble for something. And ordinarily, I just take the hit. Especially for something like this. That Mia chick can take the fall. The hell with her. Damn straight. That's our man. Lindakin. Oh my god. I love this man. Olivia manages another small smile. I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me. I will. And you better help. Of course. Lindakin mentions for us to wait by the school's entrance. For a while, we sit there. Oh my god. Do you have one, Lindakin? Do you have something you want to do? I'm already doing it. No, really. Really, teaching high school is a great job, but nobody ever regrets it. You should pose that question to Inko there. All this character development and he's barely said a word. Yeah! He's going meta! Hell yeah! Alright, Inko, what about you? What do you say? What do you say? What do I want to do, huh? If I could pick anything, I guess. Damn. Do any of these options actually have a point to make other than just like dialogue? Man, I'm thinking about it. I actually hope none of these choices actually have any sort of like take or effect on shit, right? I'm hoping that's not the case. I don't think it matters. Honestly, after today, I don't know if I'm really cut out for college. I think I feel like I've already made plenty of friends, but I mean, we're still going through the story, but man, okay, I guess this just affects... I don't know if I don't know. I feel like this will just affect the responses.
More ambitious, sorry, a more ambitious dream. I can get behind it. It's a bit unimaginative. That's just hater talk. You should probably start looking a bit into how and not what. Like you would know. I could totally do it. I'm gonna back up for a second here. Oh, so the response is the same. So it wouldn't have mattered even if I picked any of these responses. Honestly, if we're talking in terms of like what I would want to do, make plenty of friends. Like you would know, I could totally do it. Sure thing, Mr. Successful. Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You looked me up? Yeah, got bored. You could at least follow me if you were going to cyberstalk me. I'll follow you when you make good content. Also, your interpretation of Godzilla you copied from the video essay sucks, and you should feel bad. I copied Lincoln's motion with the axe and karate chop Olivia's leg. I didn't feel that, jackass. Well, I guess some banter is a form of motivation as well. Sounds like you have quite the promise to uphold now, Inko. Boo! Even with the disses being thrown around, what stood out most was the wild grin on Olivia's face. Between the... Again, I don't know how to say that name. Staccato of rain and the uproarious laughter. Time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles in my face ache, brought on by bouts of laughter and grinning, which made the Taxis arrival so disappointing. As we were escorted out of the parking lot, with mirth was replaced with something more calm, comfortable, and easy quiet that let my thoughts wander back to the things that we said to each other, back to what our tarot teacher had said, navigating the world alone. For all the time I had spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she'd harbor something like loneliness. I mean, Damien's alone is like a wild crowd composure of a single madman, and Liz, she's practically the group's nanny or something. The driver of the yellow van leans onto his horn, and I can feel the baleful leer on me, even though the haze of fog and raindrops. Olivia draws her hoodie up, and I hold my jacket above my head. With a final look at Mr. Lindigan, we thank him. No need for thanks. Seeing my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs. With a wave, he sends us off into the rain to the irate taxi man's van and yells at us about his burning gas. He burning gas or whatever. While Olivia works to get herself situated in the cab, I turn back. Mr. Lindigan is sagging, meandering back into the building. Oi, hurry up! Right. It's been about a week since the typhoon. Days after were surreal, with how things just realigned with the old schedule. Lindigan was serious when he told Olivia to keep off that wrist. He effectively banned her from painting until it got better. Meaning, all week I've been doing her work as a group. It was exhausting. Well, you did need to learn. I will say that. You did need to... Whoa! Alright, that's it. We're good. Alright, we're done. We're done. Yep, we're saving this right now. Yep. Nope, we are done here. We are super, super done here. I'm going to bed. Fuck you, clowns. I'm done. Yep. So yeah, by the way, the audio from literally last night. So it turns out that when I was flipping between the scenes, I didn't have a mic enabled onto that channel. So unfortunately, that was just like, I was saying a bunch of shit that I had planned. You know what? Fuck off. I don't really care anymore. But yeah, that's it. Basically, have a good